Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today for this important conversation on women in Treasury. At ATEL, we are committed to advancing the representation of women in Treasury and finance. While we have made progress, there is still much work to be done. Today, we are joined by three incredible women: Krisztina, Filo from Koch, Raphaela, Cova de Lima from Aramco, and Hélène, Dekhar from Herbalife, who will share their experiences in the Treasury finance world, discuss the challenges they have faced, and offer insight into how we can drive further progress for women in leadership roles. I'm excited for what promises to be a meaningful and inspiring conversation. Thank you for being here. So my first question would be, can you walk us, as an introduction, can you walk us through your career journey in Treasury? What have been the pivotal moment, and how, if at all, has being women influenced these key stages?
No, definitely. Thanks for having us here. So my career is, I think, a little bit different than most people. I started very early and always in Treasury, so straight, still in college. My third year of bachelor, I was already in an internship at Treasury, and I always been in Treasury. Worked in multiple countries, cultures, customs. Now it's my latest one, but I think adaptability is a key one, and also a lot of relationship building. It's also important. As a woman, I would say that, especially early in my career, sometimes I was the only woman in the room, right? That can be challenging. You need to speak up. You need to have the audience build trust on you. Be resilient as well, and be able and willing to advocate for yourself and the others. And I think that's what kind of built up my career path along the way into different experiences.
Thank you, Raphaela. Sorry, Krisztina.
Thank you, first of all, having me here, and good afternoon, everybody. So my career, I believe, started like for many of us. I started in accounting, then realized accounting is not for me, or I am not for accounting. So I moved to Treasury, and I fell in love with Treasury, so went through the career path mainly in Treasury operations. And then in recent years, I decided to move to Treasury technology, to see that side also. And in the last year, I am in the liquidity team of Treasury. And in opposite to Raphaela, I always had women around in Treasury, and one of the person or leader, sorry, who inspired me was our European and group treasurer afterwards, who was really highly professional. So that was always there, but she was also always kind of supporting women around and helping our career path. So she was visionary also in many items, and she involved us in this project. So she helped our career further to in the Treasury field.
Amazing. Thank you, Krisztina. Hélène, up to you.
Hello everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm from Herbalife. I have joined Herbalife 20 years ago as a CFO. When I joined Herbalife and I entered stepping in this finance world, I couldn't imagine the transformation, the fast-moving transformation that we have lived those last 10 years. I should say, when I started as a financial manager, I was more, I would say I was having a team of 30 people, and amongst of my general ledger team, I was having one accountant who was in charge of the treasury. This person was mainly doing the classical cash flow, cash management, like you just explained, Benjamin. And today, we arrived to the point where we have created our in-house bank. We as well implemented Kyriba as our treasury system management. It took us 5 years to arrive to these steps. And as you can imagine, treasury now has completely changed. We are as well having all the system in place, doing the host-to-host payment, direct payment, and it's another era, I would say. That's mainly my experience.
Thank you. Considering the recent studies showing low female representation in senior financial roles, especially in Treasury, do you feel the industry is truly progressing? Why or why not? And I would share some statistics before you answer my question. Women make up 20% of executive committee representation, according to a study. Around 23% of board members in financial firms are women. Women hold approximately 25% of leadership roles in the industry. And I will go especially to Luxembourg, 30.9% of senior roles held by women in firms that signed the Women in Finance Charter. Yes, so we can start with Krisztina.
Sorry, this place, Raphaela.
Krisztina.
Yeah, I can maybe stepping on this question. I can say that there are an improvement here in Luxembourg. I would say the rate is quite high because most of our, I would say, the banking system and the bank, I would say, have allowed and permit to have such a high level of women on board. I should say I'm still mitigated, I would say, regarding the C class. There is still the glass ceiling, unfortunately. The main reason of that is, of course, we do know that women do not advocate to themselves. The work-life balance. And I can see that there are some changes. For example, in my team, I have now here in Luxembourg, men can take the 6 months of parent leave. They have felt what we have felt in being out of the work, out of the company during 6 months. When they come back, they can see that there are change in organization, change on their responsibilities because of being absent, for those who are taking the 6 months. The other reason of the limitation, I think, is in terms of recruitment. And I might have as well this bias unconsciously. When men are recruiting, the thing is that they're thinking about, for men, when they're looking at the competencies of the man, they're more looking at their, at their potential. While for the man, they have to experiment to prove that they have well already taken the job, they have well organized, and they have succeeded in the position. We do not give them the access and to learn immediately by thinking that they have a high potential.
Thank you, Hélène. Yeah.
No, I think like at junior and mid-level, the female representation is growing quite significantly, and it's getting very strong. So hopefully, as the pipeline, we know the pipeline narrows down as you go up, but at least we'll give more opportunity to the women.
Yeah.
To get representation.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Yeah. My third question would be, have there been any inclusion policies or initiatives in your previous experiences or your current companies, like mentorship programs, internal women's network, gender targets, that truly impacted your career or the career of the women around you for the gender balance in your teams?
I think having a good network is important, right? You can share different experiences, you can brainstorm challenges you are having, you have better access to career development items and everything, like discussions. So I think it helps when you have a good network or you build a good network with people that you have the opportunity to discuss and share experiences with. And sometimes you can even share the same goals, so you can kind of coach each other and mentor each other towards growing. Yeah,
agree.
In my company, they have implemented the Women's Day, of course, but as an American company, I should say that we didn't feel it locally in Luxembourg. The other thing as well that they have implemented, but that was more words, I would say, and how I can say, it was more says than actions, where they were talking about women in leadership, mentoring, and so on, but we haven't seen real actions. It might have happened in US, But in Europe, I haven't seen it, unfortunately. But I do know that we have seen, different, through our network, the willing of the company to do something for women. But actions were not there.
Yeah. And on my side, I would say that this is, again, another item where we can take a more active role ourselves and organize it for us. And I just read in our internal newspaper at the company that our India organization took an initiative and women got together. They arranged self-defense courses and
That's good.
they just organize it for themselves.
Yeah.
So I think, sure, the society can do something for us, but I think we can take our...
Yeah, exactly. What messages would you give to the next generation of women aspiring to leadership roles in Treasury, finance, and what should companies change to accelerate their progress?
Would you like me to start? Okay, good. I would say the major I would say advice that I will give to the new generation, even though if we know that the X generation have a totally different views, like my generation, our generation, if I can say, they want a work-life balance. They do not want to sacrifice like we sacrifice our life for an employer, for example. They will not spend 20 years within the same company, definitively not. And one of the things advised, it's a continuous learning. Any one of us, no matter the age, needs to keep, and especially with the new era, if I can say, of the AI, they really need to take advantage and to start to, learn about the AI. I can still see, unfortunately, that some women are not eager or not interested in AI, unfortunately. I hope that this will change. But most of them, I can see more men interested, presenting, training AI, and we should. And the other thing as well, which is very important for me, it's don't ask permission, just stepping as a leadership. We as a woman, we are tendency, and I'm this kind of person, even if I don't show this. I'm done stepping. I wanted to be recognized, but in fact, it's not in this way that it works. We should really stepping and take the leadership. This is it for me mainly.
Yeah, don't wait for the change, rather go and take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would like to add to it that, be confident, believe in yourself, and also, I think, stand together, be together instead of competing with each other.
Solidarity, yeah, completely.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to take on new challenges, for sure. The road to leadership, it's not linear, for sure. And every experience, even setbacks, can move you forward, right? Like every part is it's a learning curve that you take it forward with yourself. The other part is, I think, we sometimes focus too much on technical expertise and we lack, I've seen especially new generation lacking sometimes a lot on soft skills, basic strategic negotiation or other kind like communication, like work on that part as well. It's very important. It's not like you can be the best expert in a technical thing, but if you still cannot make your point through, you're going to have trouble in a boardroom.
Completely, yes.
To be more visible, in fact.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's clear that while the journey may not always be easy, there is immense potential for women to lead, inspire, and shape the future of Treasury. I think we can create an industry that not only values diversity, but actively nurtures it. To all the women that are with us here today, just know that your path is yours to shape. Your experience, your voice, and your ambition matter. The more we support each other and we push for the change, the closer we get to a world where women can thrive at the very top of the Treasury finance profession. So let's continue to break barriers, inspire change, and build a legacy of leadership for the next generation of women in Treasury. The future is bright, and it's ours to create. Special thanks to you ladies for your outstanding intervention, and thank you, François, to give us this occasion. to talk
François.
about a
Thank you.
topic
Thank
that
you.
matters a lot to us. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Sanae.
you.
Thank you.